guys, welcome to Big Sister. I want to ask you to bear with me ahead of time because my eyes have been watering for some reason and I'm not sure what's going on. I keep finding myself having to do this, so just bear with me. So guys, I want to talk with you a little bit today about dodging that bullet. Now, I do have a separate YouTube channel. I have another one. It is called The Lighthouse, and that is where I share with people about, I talk with them about the gospel of Jesus Christ. I share things on that channel. Here on this channel, I deal more on practical topics with teens and young adults, okay? And it's really for anyone who is open to hearing any sort of counsel. And so I share that here on this channel because even though I am a believer in the Lord, I know that in everyday life and everyday interactions, we need to have the ability, oh my goodness, to be able to know how to navigate through life and through situations. And so sometimes that could be something that some parents will fail to do. There's so many things that they're busy doing and getting involved in other things that sometimes not intentionally it can be neglected or forgotten, which is the practical everyday navigation that a child goes through. And so I want to talk with you about dodging the bullet. And I did something very similar on my other channel, but I'm going to make it as simple as possible for you guys as teenagers. Sometimes there may be someone that you like them and they rejected you. Now, you have to realize that there are just some people who just behave a certain way, and you are actually being given a great opportunity to see them for who they are. And so when you have that breakup, for those of you that's dating, and when things don't work out, for those of you were rejected to begin with, you discover things about your friends that's not so great, understand that you've dodged a bullet. What does that mean? If you think of a bullet, what does it do? It does damage, can do terrible damage, injure you, or in worst case scenario, fatality. And for the most part, if someone shoots you, most of the times you're shooting or shoots at a person, they're shooting to kill, right? So a lot of times you have to realize that moment and that thing that you think it was the worst thing ever was probably the best thing ever for you. That moment that you feel was like, it was just so horrible and you're crying about it now, you're going to be laughing about it later. You're going to be happy that it happened. Because you know what? If you had gotten involved with this person, or if you went down the road with this individual, perhaps your life will be changed. Perhaps the things or the goals that you wanted to do would not have happened. Right now, the 15-year-old you, the 13-year-old you, the 12-year-old you, the 17-year-old you cannot really understand. You may be crying and your heart is being broken about certain things and you feel rejected and you feel this ostracized and castigated right now, but perhaps the 40-year-old you will be happy, the 30-year-old you will be happy to be able to look back and see and make sense of why things happen. Why did this happen this way? Sometimes you're simply dodging a bullet. That mean girl, you dodged a bullet. She didn't accept you, she didn't like you, she didn't want to date you, you dodged a bullet. That friend that was talking behind your back and you found out about it and you're no longer friends, you dodged a bullet. Sometimes people think, well, they're just kids are just kids. No, I don't believe in that. I understand that there's certain things, kids being kids, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to do some things, but you have to realize your character and who you are is constantly being developed. Somebody who may make a mistake and they say they're sorry, you can move on from that. They were jealous for a second and you talked it over, but someone who is constantly this way, a person who is always jealous, they're always talking behind your back, taken from you, this is something to do with their character that's being developed. And so you don't want to really begin to train yourself to allow yourself to be trauma bonded to people. Oh, they're a mean friend, but they're my friend. Oh, they're not nice to me and they don't invite me to things, but at least I'm being invited. At least they're my friends. You don't want to have that. Oh my goodness, my eyes are watering so badly. Let me type this video. So with that being said, no matter what it is that you're going through, gentlemen, this girl that you're with, you don't want to be with someone who's constantly inciting you to fight and to make you jealous. Ladies, you don't want to be with a guy that's making you feel jealous and insecure and comparing you to other girls. You have to realize that these are moments in your life where you have to take control and decide, am I going to allow this person to put me in this mind of being fearful or being angry. You want to fight everybody. No, a girl that wants to make you jealous is a person that is actually insecure. And so that's not somebody you want to be with. You have to think about the future wife that you may have, the future person that you're going to meet down the line. You don't want to waste your time here. Dodge that bullet. Young men, you shouldn't be having sex before marriage, but we know that some of you are. You don't want to end up being a father before your time. Don't think you can't happen. It can't happen. Your body doesn't care about what you meant to happen. Your body is going to function just as it's created to do. Don't get into that. Dodge that bullet. She's telling you she can't get pregnant. Dodge that bullet. He's telling you, I won't get you pregnant. He rejected you. He liked your friend instead or someone else. You dodged a bullet because that's his nature. That is who he is. Forgive me as I do this again. I don't know why my face is red. Anywho, so whatever it may be, you may not necessarily be dating anyone either, but there are still things that you may go through. You're not a cheerleader, or you are a cheerleader, but you feel like you have to be pretty. You're an athlete. You feel like you can't really show who you are, your musical, artistic side, because you have to be the athlete. So you have to be a certain way. You have to laugh at jokes when you feel sorry for someone else. Dodge the bullet of peer pressure. Be different. Be who you are. There's nothing wrong with you have an artistic side. There's nothing wrong if you like to listen to certain types of music. You may have different tastes and people think, well, no, you're supposed to be listening to this. You think they may laugh at you. You're not supposed to be studying. You're supposed to be partying. You see, peer pressure and other things that people experience is not always that you're the underdog and you're not popular, but even popular people go through different things. Sometimes they're under pressure to be popular. But if you're popular, you're in a unique position because you have the ability to make a difference, to speak up for those who are less fortunate. You can dodge the bullet of peer pressure because if you're falling to peer pressure now, when you get older, you'll be falling to other things. Peer pressure doesn't go away, when you get older. It's just a different type of setup. So guys, I just want you to look at the things that you're going through, consider it. And at the same time, realize that when someone walks out of your life, when you realize that your friend has betrayed you, told your secrets, didn't show up, was whispering behind your back, was not so nice, even though it feels horrible right now, realize you've dodged a bullet. It's building character and it's preparing you for the adult that you're going to be in the future. And these battles that you're fighting now, not only fight them and be exhausted, but fight them and overcome. Overcome your fears. Overcome oh my gosh, you feel like you really need and have to be with this person. No, not necessarily. You feel that way now because of the position of your heart and who you are, your innocence as a teenager. And there's a Bible scripture that says, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issue of life. And truly that is really important. It is very important that you're guarding your heart and your emotions and not allowing yourself to be swept away and caught up in what everybody is saying and what they're doing. And this is hard. But as I said in my last video, you're not always going to be in high school. You're not always going to be in middle school. You're not always going to be in elementary school. You're not always going to be 15, 12, 17, 18 years old. These people are not always going to be around you. So dig your heels in, move forward, and do the things that you need to do for the adult that you're going to be, the young adult, the middle age, and eventually the old person. You'll be looking back at this and saying, wow, I thought this was a huge deal, but I'm glad that I moved ahead. I'm happy that I dodged that bullet. Whoever breaks your heart right now, a lot of times they don't know better. They're young, but it feels like the end of the world. But oftentimes you may have dodged a bullet, and that's how you just have to see it. Your friend betrayed you. Okay. Do you want to treat it as your friend? Good. You were able to find out about it. It hurts, but it's a good thing. Now you thrive and you move ahead because it's building character and it's preparing you for the other things and challenges that you will experience in your life. But the thing about it is you want to be in a position through your education and bettering yourself, that you're able to handle it differently when you get older. Because you don't want to still be handling situations when you are 25, 26 the way you did it in high school and elementary school. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who are still having meltdowns like they're in elementary school. And as you can see, if you watch the news, you see when adults are out there fighting and arguing and having a moment, what they call a Karen moment. It's very ugly. It was acceptable maybe in high school, it was acceptable maybe in college, but as you get older, it's no longer acceptable. So what you want to do is surpass that. The situation that hurts you now, the things that you're seeing right now, the behaviors that you're seeing with friends, people that's trying to cause you to do certain things, be strong enough to stand up and say no, choose otherwise, be able to withstand the ridicule for now, and realize this: you're dodging a bullet, not only for the present you, but the future you. All right, guys, thank you for watching my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.